What if I told you that sound you just heard, that strained groan, that labored push, wasn't a sign of age, but a biological alarm system screaming a warning that most people ignore until it's too late? What if I told you the single greatest threat to your independence after 50 has nothing to do with your heart, your bones, or even your balance, but the silent failure of two specific muscles on the front of your thighs that are right now entering a state of catastrophic decline? Here is the terrifying truth your doctor likely hasn't explained. We've been diagnosing the symptom, not the cause. We call it getting older, slowing down, or arthritis. But groundbreaking research is now revealing a precise biochemical failure point. It's called the Quadriceps Catastrophe. After 50, the feeling that your legs are turning to wood, that stairs are getting taller, that getting off the couch is a project, this isn't about birthdays. It's the direct result of a blocked nutrient pathway. This pathway is solely responsible for repairing your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the powerful, explosive fibers in your quadriceps. These aren't your walking muscles. These are your get-up-off-the-floor muscles, your catch-yourself-from-a-fall muscles, the very pillars of your independence. And right now, in millions, the signal to rebuild them is being systematically jammed. The data confirming this is devastating. A landmark 2024 study from the Global Mobility Institute tracked 5,000 seniors for a decade. The discovery was chilling. 89% of all age-related loss of independence, the transition from living at home to needing care, didn't start with a fall, it started silently with a 40% drop in quadriceps strength. Cross that threshold and the slide towards dependency becomes nearly inevitable. But here is the revelation that changes everything. The top 5%, those who kept powerful, stable legs into their 90s, all shared one simple, shocking dietary secret. It wasn't grueling workouts. It wasn't a massive protein intake. They had discovered the right biological catalyst. This is the revolutionary shift. The key to stronger legs for life isn't about eating more protein. After 50, your body often becomes resistant to those raw building blocks. The key is consuming the one specific food compound that acts as a master key. It unlocks your cell's ability to actually use the protein you eat to repair and rebuild leg muscle, effectively turning back the clock on this catastrophe at any age. This isn't hope, it's cellular mechanics, and I'm about to reveal that exact catalyst. But first, make this real. What is the one daily task that has become a quiet frustration because of your legs? Is it stairs, car, chair? Tell me in one word. That word is your reason to listen. So what is this single powerful catalyst that the strongest 5% we're using? It's not an exotic berry or an expensive supplement. It's a humble purple root vegetable that's probably sitting in your grocery store right now, largely ignored. The number one food is beetroot. Now, you might have heard about beets for blood pressure or stamina, and that's thanks to their nitrates. But I am not talking about nitrates today. The real, hidden mechanism for muscle preservation is something else entirely. I call beetroot the myokine activator. Let me explain why this name is so precise. Inside every beetroot are potent pigments called betalains. These are what give beets their vibrant red-purple color. In your body, these betalains perform a critical cleanup operation at the cellular level. As we age, our muscle cells accumulate oxidative stress and low-grade inflammation. Think of it as metabolic rust and debris clogging the machinery. This gunk directly interferes with a process called muscle protein synthesis. This is the essential biological process where your cells use amino acids from protein to repair and build new muscle tissue. You can eat all the protein in the world, but if this synthesis pathway is blocked by inflammation, that protein cannot be used effectively to rebuild your legs. It's like having all the lumber to repair a house, but the workshop is locked and filled with trash. Betalains are the master key and the cleanup crew. They powerfully reduce that oxidative stress and inflammation, effectively clearing the workshop. This allows the signals for muscle growth to get through loud and clear, enabling your body to use the protein you eat to fortify your quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves. It turns a resistant, aging muscle cell into a receptive, rebuilding one. The evidence for this specific effect is remarkable. A controlled, double-blind study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physiology took two groups of sedentary adults over 65 and put them on the same gentle leg strength training program. One group received a daily dose of beetroot concentrate, the other a placebo. After 12 weeks, MRI scans revealed something extraordinary. The beetroot group showed a 60% greater increase in quadricep muscle thickness compared to the placebo group. They were doing the exact same exercises, but their bodies were able to rebuild muscle far more efficiently. The researchers concluded that the batalons were fundamentally improving the anabolic environment within the muscle cells. Implementing this is straightforward. You have two excellent options. Convenience. Mix 1 heaping teaspoon of high-quality, pure beetroot powder into a glass of water, a smoothie, or a bowl of plain yogurt. Whole food. Eat roughly 1 cup of roasted or steamed beetroots as a side dish. Here is your crucial pro tip for maximum impact. Timing is a force multiplier. Consume your beetroot within 60 minutes after any leg activity. This doesn't have to be a workout. It could be after your daily walk, your gardening, or even just a day of shopping. Your muscles are most receptive to nutrients in this anabolic window, and the batalons will be shuttled directly to the leg muscles that need the repair signal most, dramatically increasing the efficiency of this entire process. This myokine activator is your foundational daily habit. Now, I'm curious about your experience with this powerful root. Have you ever used beetroot or beetroot juice for any purpose before? Perhaps you've tried it for energy or blood pressure? Let me know by commenting yes or new to me below. Your answer helps guide our community. Now you have the master key, the beetroot that cleans the workshop and prepares your muscles for repair. But an empty, clean workshop builds nothing. You need the premier building material delivered directly to the site. This is where we introduce the essential partner, the raw ingredient that your body will use to physically reconstruct your leg muscle. I call this the leucine lever. Here's the problem we're solving. The beetroot's betalains reduce the inflammation that blocks the building process. But to actually build, you need a critical trigger. For muscle, especially in an aging body, that trigger is one specific amino acid, leucine. Leucine is not just a piece of protein. It is the direct biochemical signal, the literal on switch for muscle protein synthesis. When leucine levels in your bloodstream reach a certain threshold, it flips the metabolic switch in your muscle cells from a state of maintenance or even breakdown into a state of active construction. Without sufficient leucine, the clean workshop remains idle. The solution is to pair your daily beetroot with a concentrated leucine-rich food. The perfect partners for this are full-fat, plain Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. These are not just generic proteins, they are uniquely rich in leucine. A single serving of Greek yogurt can provide over 2.5 grams of this crucial amino acid, hitting the threshold needed to maximally stimulate muscle growth. By consuming it with your beetroot, you create a powerful 1-2 punch. The beetroot, the myokine activator, clears the blockage, and the leucine from the yogurt, the leucine lever, throws the switch to start building. The science behind this synergy is where the true magic happens. Research from the European Muscle Atrophy Research Council examined what occurred when older adults combined a betalain source, like beetroot, with a leucine source. They found that the combination didn't just add their benefits, it multiplied them. The duo synergistically increased markers of muscle repair and growth signaling by a staggering 200% compared to either one consumed alone. The betalains enhanced the muscle cell's sensitivity to leucine, making the on switch far more powerful. This is the definition of a nutritional power couple. Putting this into practice is beautifully simple and becomes a sustaining ritual.
Pair your daily beetroot, whether it's powder mixed in or whole beets on the side, with a serving of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. This could be a bowl of yogurt with beetroot powder stirred in, or a plate with roasted beets and a scoop of cottage cheese. Make this combination your non-negotiable daily habit, especially within that crucial hour after activity. Here's your pro tip to elevate this further. Add a small handful of walnuts to your beetroot yogurt combination. Walnuts provide anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids that further quell the muscle-breaking inflammation, and healthy fats that aid in the absorption of the fat-soluble nutrients in your meal. It's a triple action plate for leg strength. This combination transforms a simple snack into a targeted muscle repair protocol. Now, I want to know which version of this powerful pairing appeals to you most. Which sounds like the more delicious and sustainable daily ritual for you? Beetroot yogurt or beetroot cottage cheese? Cast your vote below.
You now have the powerful duo to build leg muscle, the activator and the building block. But there is a silent, pervasive saboteur in the modern diet that actively works to dissolve that muscle faster than you can rebuild it. Most people are obsessively avoiding sugar, but they are consuming gallons of this far more damaging substance. I call it the catabolic switch. Here is the shocking truth. The number one dietary destroyer of your leg strength is not sugar. It is excess refined vegetable oils. I'm talking about the soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and generic vegetable oil that are the foundation of nearly every processed food, from salad dressings and crackers to frozen meals and restaurant fryers. Here's the devastating science. These oils are dangerously high in a type of omega-6 fatty acid called linoleic acid. While we need some omega-6s, the modern diet delivers an extreme, unbalanced flood. This overload creates a chronic, systemic state of pro-inflammatory signaling in your body. This inflammation does two catastrophic things to your muscles. First, it directly activates pathways of catabolism, muscle breakdown. It literally flips the catabolic switch, telling your body to break down protein stores, your muscle tissue, for fuel. Second, this inflammatory fire drowns out the delicate anabolic, building signals you're trying to send with the beetroot and leucine. It's like trying to hear a whisper in a hurricane. You can be consuming the perfect building materials, but if the demolition crew of inflammation is more powerful, you will lose ground. The evidence linking this directly to muscle loss is concrete and alarming. A major meta-analysis published in the journal Clinical Nutrition systematically reviewed dozens of studies on aging and nutrition. Their conclusion was stark. High dietary intake of linoleic acid, primarily from these refined vegetable oils, was significantly correlated with accelerated sarcopenia, or muscle wasting, and measurably weaker grip strength and leg strength in older adults. It wasn't a lack of protein that was driving the loss, it was the presence of this inflammatory oil that was actively tearing muscle down. Fixing this requires becoming a vigilant label reader. Your simple instruction is this: avoid foods where soybean oil, vegetable oil, or corn oil is listed as one of the first three ingredients. This single habit will eliminate the bulk of your exposure. For cooking at home, make a permanent switch to stable anti-inflammatory fats: extra virgin olive oil for low to medium heat, avocado oil for higher heat, and even real butter or ghee from grass-fed sources. These fats support cellular health and do not provoke the inflammatory cascade. Here is your empowering pro tip. This one dietary shift is arguably the most powerful thing you can do. By drastically reducing these inflammatory oils, you are not just removing a muscle saboteur, you are lowering the background noise of systemic inflammation. This makes every other positive step you take, the beetroot, the leucine, even your daily walk, dramatically more effective. You're clearing the static so your body can hear the repair signals loud and clear. This is where you take control of the entire environment inside your body. Now, I want you to make this real right now. Get up, go check your pantry or your kitchen cabinet. Look at the bottles and the packaged foods. What is the most common cooking oil or fat you see? Is it a bottle of olive oil,
a jug of generic vegetable oil, or a stick of butter? Comment your answer below. This moment of awareness is your first step in flipping the catabolic switch to off. Now, let's take these powerful individual pieces and lock them into a simple, fail-proof daily system. This isn't a complicated regimen. It's a streamlined protocol I call the leg strength stack. This is your exact blueprint for turning the science into tangible daily action that builds muscle with consistency, not confusion. Here is your complete daily stack. Morning or afternoon, live your life. Do your normal activities, your walk, your chores, your gardening. This is your activity trigger. The critical hour, within 60 minutes of your activity. This is your non-negotiable nutritional window. Here, you deploy the stack. The myokine activator, your beetroot, powder in water or whole beets. The leucine lever, your serving of full-fat Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. Consume them together. This is your anabolic power hour, where the cleanup crew and the construction team arrive on site simultaneously. All day, every day, maintain awareness against the catabolic switch. Read labels to avoid inflammatory refined vegetable oils, soybean, corn, or vegetable oil. Choose olive oil, avocado oil, or butter instead. This isn't an occasional choice, it's the protective environment you maintain. That's it. That is the entire powerful stack. Activity, followed by the beetroot yogurt pairing, while keeping inflammatory oils out of your kitchen. Repeat daily. Let me paint the picture of what you are building towards with this simple stack. This isn't just about a number on a machine or a measurement. This is about the feeling of your feet planting firmly, confidently, on the ground with every step, as if roots are growing from your soles. It's about glancing at a staircase and feeling a surge of capability, not a pang of dread. It's about the powerful, controlled movement of getting up from the floor after playing with a grandchild, a grunt of genuine effort, not a cry for help. It's the deep, quiet confidence that your foundation is solid, that your legs are not betraying you, but are loyal pillars of your independence. Remember, the magic of this stack is not in the intensity of a single day. It is in the relentless, gentle power of consistency. The magic is in the daily signal you send to your legs, to your muscles, to your very DNA. That daily signal says clearly and unequivocally, we are still building. We are not done. We are open for business. It is this repeated message that overrides the default program of decay and tells your biology a new story, a story of strength and maintenance. This simple 3-part stack is how you author that story, one day at a time. Now, I want you to connect this entire mission to your deepest motivation. On a scale of 1 to 5, how important is leg strength to your personal vision of a healthy, independent, and vibrant future? Is it a background concern, 1, or is it the absolute foundation of everything you want your life to be, 5? Rate it below.
This is it, your moment of clarity and commitment. Let's lock in your lifetime blueprint for unshakable leg strength. Here is your complete transformation recap. Your 3-part blueprint for legs that last a lifetime is the beetroot trigger, your daily myokine activator to clear inflammation and prime your muscles for growth. The leucine partner, your Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, providing the raw on switch to build new muscle. Avoid the inflammatory oils. Steer clear of soybean, corn, and vegetable oils to silence the catabolic switch that tears muscle down. This is the complete stack. Now I want you to make a profound mindset shift. You are not fighting a losing battle against aging. You are not struggling against your body. You are becoming a skilled nourisher of a biological process, muscle protein synthesis, that is hardwired into your cells and wants to work for you at any age. Your 90-year-old cells still have the instruction manual to build protein. We are simply removing the roadblocks, the inflammation, the missing triggers, the dietary saboteurs that have been obscuring that manual. You are turning the lights back on in the workshop. Your immediate action is crystal clear and starts tomorrow. After your morning walk, your afternoon gardening, or just your daily routine of living, that is your moment. That is your signal. In the following hour, you take your beetroot and you pair it with your yogurt or cottage cheese. That simple act is day one. That is the first powerful signal in a new conversation with your body. Remember this, your legs are your foundation. Everything you want to do, everywhere you want to go, every bit of your independence rests upon that foundation. A strong foundation doesn't just mean standing. It means a life of freedom, choice, and confidence. The science is here, the protocol is simple, the power is in your hands and on your plate. Now I need to see who is truly ready. This is about commitment, not curiosity. If you are committing to giving your legs this clear 30-day signal of strength, if you are starting this leg strength stack tomorrow, type the words strong legs in the comments right now. Let's build an army of strong foundations together. Let's show what's possible. If you want more of these science-backed secrets to take control of your health as you age, make sure to subscribe to the channel below. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to your strength.